It's then for this last game for the 2021 Six Nations. Brian Eason only makes a handful of changes up front. Christine Bellil is the only alteration. Emma Wassell has had a great Six Nations so far, and that back row continues with 20-year-old Evie Gallagher on the flank. Of course, without the services of Conkle and Malcolm, the big news is the start of Jenny Maxwell at scrum half, a selection that gives us an insight as to how Scotland are hoping to play. Helen Nelson comes back into 10 with Thompson and Smith outside. But for Wales and Warren Abrahams, again, plenty of changes, injuries and selection, 9 in all. Robin Wilkins starts in her favoured 10 shirt, moving up from 15 where Jazz Joyce will start. Gemma Rowland and now captain Hannah Jones form an experienced midfield. Siobhan Lillicrap is missing with an ankle complaint, so Georgia Evans moves ahead with Beth Dainton making her first start of the campaign. Big, powerful front five, but they need to be going forward. To the replacements then. Familiar faces on the Scotland pine with the likes of Sarah Law. Fresh faces to this year's championship anyway for Wales. Shona Powell-Hughes, Jade Knight and Megan Webb. The last game of this year's Six Nations. It's Scotland against Wales from Scotstoun. Bathed in sunlight. Will the rugby match up to the conditions? Runs for Scotland. Here's Hannah Smith back inside. Gaffney's looking for work in this opening 5 minutes here at Scotstoun. Maxwell. Now the juggernauts get involved. That time it was Wassell. Maxwell again. Just fizzing around that base, just whipping the passes out for Nelson. And now Thompson. They've got numbers out on the left-hand side. Surely they will score, Scotland. And indeed they do. Through Megan Gaffney.
Scotland had patience, phase after phase, really well controlled, and then just through the hands at the end, and it's easy for Meg in the corner.
Just so in tune with your coach, because when I spoke to him this week, he was talking about patience, and that's a word you've just used there. It's nice and solid. Megan Davis' first start for her. The Exeter Chiefs, number 9. Hannah Jones, the captain. Top tackler, top turnover maker in this Six Nations so far. It's her work rate. Just breaks down again for Wales. Natalia John with that pass, where she's coming round the corner of the pass, is up on her left shoulder. It's a difficult one. Robin Locke. Her first Six Nations start at hooker. A lot of pressure on her, and that lift jump throw doesn't quite go right again. It's something that both these sides haven't been able to rely on totally as their set piece. Already there for Wales. Off the scrum, they knock it on.
Stop. Okay.
And then the line out doesn't go their way. Musgrove is chasing quickly, but Jazz Joyce, slight but wiry strength just to get through that first challenge. Hannah Jones. Catting him with the tackle on Hannah Jones. Another one. Plenty of these Welsh players plying their trade in the Premier 15s, but these Scotland players as well, of course. Joyce looking around. Down in the middle of the field, if play comes this way, we'll probably have to stop, but for now we are safe and good to go. Thomas, tip on for Wynne Davis, and she may have been there, but Hannah Jones has picked it up. Thought about the offload, then thought against it. Gemma Rowland whips the pass out. It wasn't meant for Jazz Joyce. It was meant for Catherine Lewis. Yeah. Missed with her first attempt. This one is easy, but that wind has just picked up here at Scotstoun. But it's straight and it's true. Debuted in the South African tour 2 years ago now. Only a second start today. On the loose end, as you normally say, Rachel. Wanting to play, even for an own 22. There's Hannah Smith and that There's a abrasive angle she can do, but it's Georgia Evans who's got in there and turned that ball over. And at the moment, Wales are just keeping Scotland hemmed in their third of the field. Not the best of sounds, but the sounds of the Tutchuk's flags going up will please not only Rob Wilkins, but Wales as well. Now for Maxwell. Nelson, training ground move, will it sit up? It will! Gaffney! Too short now, Nelson. Going to tiptoe her way to the line. Now come the forwards. Wassell. Kennedy. Oh, she's in! Scotland responds straight away with their second try of the day. Just absorbed 3 or 4 players there. She's calling for it, isn't she? Nothing that Megan Davis can do. Slightly easier. Conversion for Ella Nelson. Just wonder there's an opportunity at right wing. Thompson straightens. Stopped by Wales. Still playing advantage to Scotland. They're just resetting it, showing that patience we've spoken about. Oh, they've squeezed over.
Nelson and Lisa Thompson getting through a huge amount of work, but brilliant to see the forwards powering over again. Great work.
It was about that patience, wasn't it? It literally squeezes over.
Release, Ren.
Scotland get the restart right as well. Third set piece. Anna Smith, Lisa Thompson, there's some space there, and there's numbers. Here goes Scotland again. Chloe Rowley bursting out of defence. Just needs half a yard, if that. Flooding forward again. They look like a different side here this afternoon, Scotland. Who then will take the cup for 5th place in this year's Six Nations? Scotland with a 17-6 lead. Donna Rose, big challenge from Hannah Smith, who took a heavy knock at the end of that first half. Robbie Wilkins is trying to pull that ball back for Gemma Rowland. Bright start here for Wales, certainly territory-wise, but they're being gifted these opportunities by Scotland. Newman! Oh, she slipped the tackle! Lisa Newman is in for Wales! Right at the beginning of this second half.
And then Lisa Newman does it so well with so little space there. She's been doing it all season long for Sale Sharks, and great to see her doing it in a Wales shirt.
Megan Davis, wasn't it? That's great confidence from her. Just wonder if someone like a Darren Edwards or a Garrett Lewis in that change room at half-time, he said, just have a look down the blinder, just... involved in there. Gallagher. Barnstorming run from Millen. That's Cattigan as well. Here comes Scotland on the number 8, almost tripping over her own feet. Skeldon couldn't quite believe the amount of space, and there's space here as well. Gaffney. Wales have done well. Newman. Joyce has done well. Lariana straight and true to Wassell.
Play advantage. I decide.
Advantage coming again from Scotland. They're up and over that line. Has to be a try, and it is. Again, the driving line out, a driving ball from Scotland. Proves to be a real jewel in the crown.
It's fantastic to see Scotland's line-out functioning so well like we know it can today. And she's just been everywhere, and to see her go over the line is fantastic.
Okay, big ball.
Technically really good, the body positions are good. Wales are trying to do everything they can to disrupt it, legally or illegally, and then Evie Gallagher. Pumping the legs. Wassell's driving at the front, isn't she? Nelson slides it inside, left hand upright, adds 2 more to the tally. Well done, Megan Gaffney. Stay away from that touchline. Brilliant geography from her. And there's Nelson with that boot we were just talking about. Oh, where's this one bouncing? Oh, it's into the arms of Musgrove! Brilliant tackle for Jasmine Joyce. Try saving, it was match saving tackle from the fullback.
Offside.
Bartlett comes now for Scotland, pouring forward.
No hits. Stay on.
McMillan,
Tackle release.
the pounce of the rugby ball. 98 points. Forgive some of their keenness and a couple of those penalties, but 4 is just creeping over the acceptable mark. Nelson. Another 3 points, 27. Davis and Newman. Hannah Jones. Yeah, the dummy was there. Good scramble back.
I'm feeling for poor Meg Davies now. She's had a really tough shift today, and she's really struggling to keep up with the speed that Wales are now bringing.
Space on the left if they can get it there. Johns. Evans. You've seen that space now. There it is, Megan Webb. Out it goes. And Wales do finish this Six Nations through Lewis with a try. And boy, don't they deserve to finish this game on a high.
Fantastic play to finish with from Wales. And you can see Wilkins absolutely screaming for the ball and fighting the pass there to go wide.
Caitlin Lewis goes in. We're talking all about Wales, of course, but of course it's Scotland who have won this game. Finished their Six Nations on a high, finishing 5th place. But it was worth noting Wales's fight there, because they could have laid down at many points during this Six Nations, and they simply haven't.
These 2 teams in particular will always fight to the death, and that's one thing you can always count on.
Wilkins. Oh, wow, she's got the conversion as well. 27 points to 20. Wilkins with that conversion from out wide. What a brilliant finish to this game and the Six Nations as well. Scotland came with a game plan today. Wanted to start really, really brightly, and they've been very, very impressive.